I'm Ray. This is Mike G.
What's up, guys?
We work here at Body Electric Tattoo.
So today we're going to be checking out tattoos in video games to see if the designers did their job making tattoos look realistic within the virtual world. I mean, that's similar to a lot of things I've seen in real world, you know?
Definitely. The flow that they use for the tribal looks good. Going over the shoulder, coming down onto the forearm, letting certain muscle groups kind of pop through, like the bicep. All of that's pretty true to like what we would do on the body.
I'd say early mid-90s all the way through to like the 2000s. People were just like asking for tribal all the time.
Which is maybe something they're trying to do with the character to show like his age. It looks like he's like a little bit older.
I've seen some tattoos done like this, and it's a cool style. That whole cyber meets Art Deco kind of a vibe, tribal 2.0 or 10.0 or however you want to put it. It flows well for being just a portion of her arm and being sort of squeezed in. It's got a little bit of jaggedness here and there, which again adds to the realism of the whole thing.
I like that they kept it like towards the front of her arm.
Yeah.
There's not really much in the back. It shows intent with her character. I think they did a good job of keeping it more minimal, which makes it look older. I think the flow is interesting. I like that they bring the design from the stomach up across the chest and like around the arm.
The closest I've actually done is Scottish inspiration, like that Scottish war paint. And I did do some tattoos in blue, not in red, that were more like a streak of color. The chest and then the arms, you know, so it was just sort of like this drip. It's the most real world,
Definitely.
I think, of all the video game tattoos I've seen. More like what people would actually walk in and get.
It's like black and gray, it looks realistic, the gradations in the black look good, it looks real on the character. People are always getting tattooed like as they go through some like
emotional, traumatic,
life-changing experience.
A lot of people use tattooing as a therapy almost.
It looks like he got pieces that were meaningful to him, like over the course of his life, probably through his travels.
This is another 90s based tattoo. Because I remember so many people are like, oh man, I want to get a barcode and go to the store and see if I can scan it, you know?
If someone came in and had like no other tattoos and wanted me to tattoo like a barcode on the back of their head, I would question it.
I don't think he chose that. I think this is something that he was forced to get.
Yeah.
It's more utilitarian than a choice. It's a bunch of really concentric straight lines. Being so close, you know, over time they're gonna bleed into one big blob, so probably one of the toughest things to do. These are great.
Yeah, nicely done. The flow on the body looks good. All fun subject matter to tattoo. Like I would want to do these tattoos.
They did some research for sure. Yeah, the eagle's great, the dragon's great, the snake, all of it.
Looks like there's probably like some sort of cultural elements within the tattoos.
Religious even.
Yeah. Which is coming through, which makes it more like contemporary.
The execution, the placement, the shading, the rendering, all of it really works.
This just looks bad. This is like a poor design. Face tattoos I don't mind, but this one is just a really bad design. As the two pieces come onto the cheek and then lead into the portion that goes over the eyebrow, it just looks too stiff. If I was to do this tattoo, I'd probably try to like flow it around the eye a bit more rather than cutting it in towards the eye. You want to probably have it go
again,
more
go
like
with the flow.
This. Yeah, it's
have
not
it
really.
Go
they try to flow with the
like
muscle shape a little bit, but it just looks too stiff. So I think maybe more of like a curl-shaped tribal rather than something that's more of just like a spike coming out.
Yeah, like the top part would even work if you took the two bottom pieces off. That would even be fine.
Jack's tattoos are great.
I
like these.
This is trash polka hell. Trash polka is that style where you see a lot of black and red sort of thrown together with a lot of drips and dots and different elements just mashed together.
I think this tattoo would take about 50 or 60 hours, to complete something like this detailed, which is cool. It looks like she had gotten tattoos and then decided later on to add more to them, but it also all flows together. The torso looks good, like they held true to scale for the torso. They didn't try to do too much with that. If I was to see Jack from Mass Effect in the streets, I would think that she had the best tattoos.
They are pretty cool.
I'm just kind of curious why this kid has tattoos.
It looks almost like they created this like bled together.
Yeah, that looks blown
sort
out
of look
right there.
like blown out.
That's a term that we use within the industry for something that like when the ink spreads a little bit. They did a good job capturing tattoos that looked like they were
that are not perfect and they spread over time.
Probably not done with a machine.
Definitely look hand poked.
Which I think looks cool.
This just looks like a really well executed Japanese style.
The fact that there's gradations on the arm looks solid. The way they brought the tattoo into the chest panel, that the dragon's like climbing over the shoulder, and like they have the claw here on the outside of the arm. The flow looks solid. It looks like even with the dragon wrapping around the elbow rather than going right over it, it's something that I would probably do as a tattoo artist. I've studied Japanese, put a lot of solid black in their environments, and then from there left the subject matter either in a lighter tone or maybe more skin that comes through, so to create that contrast. So they did that with this piece where it's like the dragon's popping out off of the background. It's something that's kind of timeless, and the Japanese have a huge influence into American tattooing. You still see this every day, I would say. I think most people wish that their tattoos could glow.
Yeah, a lot of people want glowing tattoos. Yeah. I wouldn't put anything that glows under your skin. So this tattoo utilizes a little bit of more of a natural marking that you would see on an animal, like a tiger or a giraffe. But then it goes into more of like a Tron circuitry kind of a thing, mixed with more of a spiritual sort of elements.
Yeah, very minimal, just kind of like left open to interpretation, which some people like.
If I were to get a tattoo inspired by any of these characters, Faith, I think, from Mirror's Edge.
I think most likely I'd get Wei Shen's tattoos from Sleeping Dogs.